So the sun's out again. It's a nice bright sunny day. No rain this time, no clouds around, which means I might actually get the opportunity to give this thing a go. I haven't had a fly with this for a little while. I did a couple of weeks ago and didn't really come out as well as I want because it was too dark, and I was trying to take pictures of something further away than it should have been. So gonna give this a go a bit later. Not in the bright sunshine. I've got something I actually want to film, so you'll see that anyway.
Don't put it past me now. Turn around and say I didn't mean it.
I did also forget to add something into the last vlog. So the last vlog, when I went to get the tyres, I filmed a bit going to get the tyres, and as I was going to get the tyres, there was a fox down the road where the tyre place is, and then I forgot to include it in the video, so sorry about that, guys. Also, Amazon Prime Day. Now, I never tend to buy anything on Amazon Prime Day. I do look occasionally at the odd few things and see, oh, something might be worth doing, but I haven't bought anything on there for a long time. Had a look this Monday and Tuesday to see what was on offer. And to be honest, there wasn't really anything of any real excitement. So I did see something. I saw a really nice torch. During the day, they had knocked it down to $14.99 from apparently $29.99. So I thought, doing that whilst I was at work, I'll go home, and when I get home I'll go online and I'll probably buy it because I like to look at this. Went online same day later, but well within the Prime Day time limit, and it had gone up in price. They'd actually put the price up by about £5 and still claimed a saving on it. And I thought, no, you don't get me like that. So I wasn't impressed by that. However, I did end up buying something that I definitely need. So that was this. This is a cleaning kit for the image sensor on my cameras. Now, I do need this because actually there's a car show coming up at the weekend. It's changed its location 3 or 4 times so far. But I think we're on the same right location now. But my image sensor in my Pentax camera has always needed cleaning for some time, really. I clean it myself occasionally with a brush and a air blower, but I needed to do it properly with this thing. This thing is a little sticky pad. So there's actually a sticky pad at the end of this, and there's paper, and you sort of stick it on the paper to make sure it's clean, stick it on the sensor, backwards and forwards, so you do it in little sections at a time, but it should get a really, really good clean. So that's going to be for the Pentax, because the Pentax, I do take the Pentax out on the car shoots when it's daylight. This isn't very good in dusk or night shoots, but in daylight shoots it's brilliant because I've got a choice of lenses and I can get some really, really good shots. Like I did with the DeLorean at the last time I went, I had the 10 to 20 lens on it and I got a really nice wide shot. My Sony also could do with it. The Sony mirrorless, again, this is easier to clean because it's mirrorless, so you always see the sensor, and the sensor is very small. But this also, I noticed the other day, I took some pictures of a local sort of landmark at night, and there was a couple of little marks. I did get most of it off with a brush, but using the proper sensor cleaner will give this a good clean as well, I think. The strange thing is, because this is a Japanese item for Pentax cameras, it's sold more to the Japanese market first. So the instruction book, oddly for the first time I've had anyway, is in Japanese first, then English. So you've got all the Japanese bits and then it suddenly switches from Japanese to English. Oh, but you must read them. It's very, very important that you read these, because if you're not careful, you can damage your camera. Something else I bought recently, I watched a YouTube video of a guy that does, he's a watch dealer, and he sort of does the odd video showing you tools and stuff like that, or he did the other day anyway, and quite an interesting video. And I noticed whilst he was doing the video he had a tool that I spotted and went, oh, I know where they come from, I can probably get one of them, it looks quite interesting. So I ended up buying one of these, which I said I saw in his video. This is the Rolson tool. This is a really useful mini tool. I'm going to keep this, like he said, I'm going to keep this on my desk. It's actually got, it's a tool, pair of pliers, it's got a few other little bits and bobs, so it's a little bit like a Swiss Army knife really. It folds up, it's got a saw, there's a screwdriver, there's another screwdriver, and there's a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Yeah, alright, okay, maybe not quite a knife like that, but it's handy. Does need sharpening, but that'll come in handy on the desk or for doing watches. Nice thing about it that I quite like, it's actually got a torch built into it. So on the back here, open it up, little torch, twist it, push. That's going to be really useful when you want to have a quick look inside something when you're fixing a watch, trying to fix a strap or something of that nature. That's a really useful little tool. And when I saw it on this video, I thought, I know where to get those. They sell them in Sainsbury's. It's a Rolson tool. It was about £7. And something else actually, whilst I'm at it, saying about buying stuff, I just had my lunch. I do like poached eggs, and occasionally I've had poached eggs where I've tried to do them myself. I do them in the spinny pan thing. They tend to come out alright, but I've had various poached eggs making things over the years. I've had sort of like the microwave ones. I have got a saucepan somewhere with a proper poached egg making thing. So the other day I saw these poaching pouches in the co-op and thought, well, I'll give these things a go. They might work, they might not. It's a little bit of an odd process. You put the pouch into a cup, then you put the egg in the pouch in the cup, you put it into water you've boiled but is now simmering, and it sort of closes itself up.
Words around, not down, but baby, I didn't mean it. And anything I could show you I would, so that you know. Baby, words are words, but I speak truth when I say I won't.
Having now eaten them, they come out really well. It's not like when you do it in a saucepan on your own. If you do it in a saucepan just by spinning the egg into boiling water, you tend to get a lot of water in the egg itself, and when you eat it, it's watery. This isn't. This is actually quite a good idea. I think you get 20 pouches in there. It's only like a couple of quid or something. So for poached eggs in the future, I think I'll be using this because this is really, really useful. Obviously with a bit of pepper on the eggs on the toast. This was really nice. I quite like this, so I shall be using this probably more often because it seems to be at the moment the easiest way for me to make poached eggs. Now I did say earlier, well, I clearly said earlier that it was sunny, it was bright, and it was a nice hot day. That was when I was indoors. So I've come out with the drone, I'm where I want to be, and it's been raining, it's grey, and it's horrible. So of course I came out in my shorts, my shirt and my festival Vans because I was expecting a bit of sunshine, and I was expecting to be able to use the sunset for the image with the drone, or to do some drone photography and drone videos, and it's grey. The rain's sort of holding off a bit at the moment, so I'm going to have a go with the drone just to see what I get really. So the sort of images I wanted to get and the views I wanted to get with the drone is the thing behind me, where you can see the sun and the sea and the estuary and everything, and the Isle of Sheppey. It hasn't come out too well because it's grey and horrible, so that didn't work. There is a nice kestrel just up there. I don't know if you're able to see it. If not, I shall take a picture. Okay, so I don't think he was the only kestrel about, because there was the sound of another one as well. He did dive for his dinner, but I think he must have missed it because he came back up with nothing and sat on the fence.